Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, an offer he can't refuse. The man who rules the world gets a job offer he can't refuse in this action-packed all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes, an offer he can't refuse at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. About a week ago, I got a comment on my video talking about how Chrisean Rock is now claiming she's celibate and saving herself for marriage. And this individual wanted to go out here and start some drama by saying that rapper Blueface should sue because I possibly made a statement saying that Chrisean Rock basically had a baby with him. That was basically a statement that Blueface himself basically claimed early as related to reports as related to the birth of that child, and also made that same claim on Vlad TV. Little advice to Blueface: if you're a public figure and you go out here and you make a statement that becomes a public record, you can't go out here and sue anyone on something that you went out here and said. Go talk to your publicist and your agent and your manager and learn something about entertainment law before you go out here and say something that fucks up all your money. Now, this dumbass Blueface went out here and go out here and claim Chrisean Rock's child. And as he looked to claim Chrisean Rock's child, he said he was paid to do this by some people in the entertainment industry. And as he says he was paid to do this to try to go out here and create publicity around him being in this baby mama drama, he did it to go out here and look to get his name out here. But what this fool didn't understand is that no man who's smart wants to claim somebody's child that's not his, because if you go out here and claim a child that's not yours, you put yourself at risk of getting yourself completely jammed up in the family court. And brothers, let me tell you, family court is not a place you want to be when the woman is taking you there. Because if the woman takes you there, your wallet gonna be 10 pounds lighter. Now, what's happening now is that Blueface is now trying to say that Chrisean Rock's baby isn't his, and is now trying to go out here and not claim this child, and looking to try to use the baby mama drama to try to extend the 15 seconds of fame that he has basically had, and look to try to keep people paying attention to him and try to keep some mileage as related to the near end of his career as a rapper. And as he's doing this, what he's looking to do is use this baby mama drama to continue to draw attention to himself, not understanding the way he's moving as a man is really sloppy, because any man out here who's a part of the entertainment business understands they gotta watch how they move in order to be able to continue making money in this business. And any smart guy out here understands he gotta watch where he sticks his dick, because if you go out here and stick your dick in the wrong woman, you can wind up fucking up your money. And that's basically what Blueface is trying to go out here and avoid. But the whole thing is he wound up jamming himself up with this Chrisean Rock. And as he wound up jamming himself up, he basically shows me he doesn't understand anything about how to move in the entertainment business, because a smart man who's a part of the entertainment business understands he doesn't go out here and hook up with all sorts of random females, because that's gonna again fuck your money completely up. Now, what Blueface is looking to do is he's looking to go out here and look to try to get some more miles out of this baby mama drama, not understanding that this baby mama drama is not a sword of Damocles you want hanging over your head, because it can cause a financial disaster, especially for a black male entertainer later on in his career. And any smart man who's a part of the entertainment business, they want to square away things like paternity as soon as possible if they do wind up fucking up and going out here and getting one of these women pregnant. What they want to do is not go out here and be like Blaze Taylor and go out here and do something stupid. No, they want to go out here and look to establish paternity as soon as possible. And they want to do this through the family courts because they don't want to go out here and wind up in a place where it's a he said, she said situation, because he said, she said situations, eventually, if they go into the family courts and the woman is filing claims, it's not going to be a good situation for that man at the end of the day. No, when it comes down to a man want to go out here the minute he hear this woman say that she's pregnant and go out here and head right to the family courts to establish a paternity as possible, because the faster you go out here and get yourself a public record that confirms that this child is yours, that's where you can take charge of the situation and go out here and have that business handled. You don't want to be in a situation like what I saw on Facebook, where I saw dudes talking about, I want to go get one of these Walmart or these CVS DNA tests as related to the paternity of your child. No, you want to go out here and make sure that your business is on point, where you're dealing with the family court, because once the family court orders that test, that's where this woman basically going to have to go out here and comply with the court order as related to the DNA, and you're going to have to comply with the court order. And again, the court will be an objective group who will go out here and make sure that the DNA test is on point, and make sure that this DNA test is on point, because this will be an official public record to confirm the paternity of a child. This is not something you want to go out here and be like a Blueface and dance around as related to things, saying, oh, the child may or may not be mine. No, you don't want to go out here and do that, because the longer you do that, what you are going to do is create a situation where you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be dealing with possible arrearages for child support for years of child support, and you don't want to be in that situation. No, you want to be in a place where you can go out here and establish that whole situation with this child early on, because if you went out here and hooked up with this chick, you want to make sure that this child is yours or not yours, so that you can go out here and move accordingly as a way to go out here and protect yourself and protect your finances long term. Now, the best way for a man to go out here and protect his finances long term is to go out here and not really deal with these women who are out here, because if you're a guy and you're making good money, you got to understand that there's a lot of predatory women who are looking to go out here and get a payday by going out here and having a baby, like what Blaze Taylor thought was going to happen. But the whole thing is that if you do go out up here and jam yourself up by looking to, again, get with one of these females, you got to go out here and look to establish paternity as related to things, because you got to go out here and not only protect yourself, but protect your child, because your child is your legacy and your bloodline. And this is why a smart man like myself understands you got to be careful about what woman you getting involved with, because she may be looking good to you that you want to hook up with her, but you got to think about this. If I get with this woman and I go out here and have sex with this woman, there's a possibility that she could get pregnant. And the whole thing is that, do I want this woman to be the mother of my children based on the culture that she comes from? Because the culture she comes from is going to be the thing that your child basically is taught. That's the way of life that their child is going to learn. And if you have a son, this basically going to look bad for your legacy. And this is why a smart man, again, understands that he got to be careful about who he's getting involved with in the first place. I mean, if a chick is not somebody of good character, you don't even know, even if she's looking fly, you don't even think about getting with her. No, a smart man understands, okay, I need to go out here and look out for myself most of all, and look out for my seed and my legacy. And that's something Blueface did not do as related to things, because he's got multiple baby mamas. And again, the way he's moving is real sloppy as related to Chrisean Rock. The way he's moving is real sloppy, because if you don't go out here and establish that paternity, it can turn into a fiscal time bomb as you're being made to pay back years of child support, and you don't want to wind up in that situation. So the first thing you do as a man is, again, go out here and look to go get that court order. Go get that court order, because the faster you establish paternity, the faster you know if this is your child, or if this chick been running out on the streets trying to put a child on you. Because I saw for many years as I was growing up, many of these women going out here saying, oh, this child is this guy's child. Then later on, they find out the child is somebody else's, and all that could have been settled had that man went out here and asserted himself. But a lot of these guys, they have this fear, oh, I don't want to go to the family court. Well, if you was out here sticking your dick in this chick, again, you're playing Russian roulette with your dick. And again, that's not what smart men do. No, smart men know, okay, I hooked up with this chick. Let me go out here and handle this business so I can stand on business. And the faster I go out here and get that court order as related to the DNA test, the faster I can go out here and get this business handled. Because once you get it on public record, and again, if you can get it on public record that you are not the father of this child, then the faster you can go out here and salvage your reputation and even save your reputation, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to be doing this what pookies do, again, and be out here dancing around paternity, because the longer you dance around paternity, the worse a situation you make for yourself. No, you don't want to wind up in that situation. No, you want to head this stuff off, and the faster you head this stuff off, the better it is for you. The better it is for you to head stuff off as related to these women, because the minute you say, okay, I'm looking to get a court order on this woman, that's when a lot of these women gonna start backing up off you, because they know that you about business. And if you show that you about business in these streets, again, these ratchets they gonna think twice before they even think about getting involved with you. They gonna think twice. They're gonna be like, okay, I know if I go out here and I get with this guy, there's gonna be consequences for getting with this guy. And the ultimate one is the dude who, after he gets the paternity, looks to get custody of the child. That's the one that completely fucks up these women, is the guy who says, not only do I have you, okay, we established paternity, I want custody of my son or my daughter to make sure that they're going to be taken care of, right? Because I already know that this chick is ratchet. I already know this chick want a payday as related to child support. No, I'm going to take custody of this child so that they can go out here and be raised properly. 1, 2, be out here and given structure and order. And 3, also be in a place where I can go out here and make sure that they're given a proper education inside of a private school, not one of these little raggedy public hood schools where they can learn to be a hood rat like their baby mama. No, we gonna go out here and do this right. That's the type of man that they basically are scared of. A guy like me who be like, okay, not only do I want paternity, but I want the custody of the child, because you're not going to go out here and get money for hair and nails and have my child around here hooked up around some pookie type guy. No, we going to do this right. We going to do this on point. And that's how you handle situations that if you're not really smart, you wind up moving yourself into. But the smartest man, he going to wind up, again, looking to move in a different fashion. He going to wind up moving in a way where he's looking to go out here and understand he needs to protect his seed and protect his assets and his resources, and not put himself in a situation like this Blueface has had. Because when it comes down to guys like Blueface, in less than 5 years, this dude gonna be broke, because he possibly is too dumb to understand you don't get yourself in baby mama drama. He possibly didn't even sign his contract right, because if you were smart, again, in the entertainment industry, you understand the faster you take care of your business, the faster you can get back to business, because you understand you are a business. And if you understand that you are the business, you go out here and move accordingly, and you move with women and let them know. Like, I was watching a recent Jason Black, The Business live stream, where he talked about, how this guy Blaze Taylor was moving sloppy, and didn't go out here and let the woman know from early on, I'm not looking to have no kids, but just still went out here and jammed himself up. Again, smart men don't jam themselves up. They let those women know early on what the deal is as related to things. But if stuff happened, they are ready to take care of business. And the last thing you want to be is like a Blueface, again, dancing around a situation, because the longer you dance around a situation, the worse it gets, where you wind up in a situation like Halle Berry. Now, Halle Berry, like Blueface, was out here, again, with Gabriel Aubrey, and eventually what happened was Gabriel Aubrey wound up in a situation on a Thanksgiving where he basically brought his daughter back, and as he brought his daughter back, she went out here and possibly orchestrated a situation where he got into a fight with her current man, Olivier Martinez, and he wound up getting arrested. And after he got arrested, that's where he basically said, I'm going to the family court. I'm going to get me a public record. And once I get me a public record, I now have a place where I can go out here and get myself paid, and not only get himself paid, but put the hammer of white supremacy down on this black woman to let her know, this is how it's going to go. This is how the rule's going to go. And that's what men do. They put the hammer down and let the woman know, you're not going to keep trying to manipulate me with the child support or manipulate me with visitation. All that's going to be established by the court. All that's going to be on record by the court. And that's going to be for my protection and the protection of my child. That's what a man is going to do out here as he's moving in these streets. A man is going to move completely different and not be like this fool, again, who basically, again, like I said before, this guy gonna be broke in 5 years, and sadly will be in a situation that will be 10 times worse, because what's gonna happen is this Chrisean Rock, she possibly, once her money start going down and her fame start going down, she gonna want to go to the family court, and that's where the fiscal bomb gonna happen to dude. Again, this is why you don't claim children. This guy think he's slick by going out here, I'm not going to sign the birth certificate. No, what they'll do is, again, court order the DNA test, but you want to get ahead of that if you're a man, and you want to get ahead of that as a man so that your legacy isn't messed up, your kids aren't jammed up, your kids aren't, again, having to deal with a mess. No, you want to have your house in order and have everything taken care of, because if you don't stand on business, you're not able to take care of business, and you don't want to be in a situation where the business is running you, because when it comes down to many of these white supremacists, when it comes down to paternity, they use that to run black men into the ground, and a lot of guys, again, like this Blueface, wind up ass out at the end of the day, because they don't know how to move like a man and don't know how to operate like a man, and go out here scared of paternity instead of handling business as related to their family and their legacy. Now, if you want to pick up some of my books on the SJS Direct imprint, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on other online booksellers like Drafted Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you want to see me make more videos taking celebrity clowns like Blueface to the barbecue, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS Runway of Doom. The goddess next door struts her stuff on the catwalk to take on a runway of rogues in this action-packed all-new ISIS series adventure. Get your copy of ISIS Runway of Doom at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, Esteem a New Woman. The devilish diva starts on the road to becoming a new creature in Christ in this all-new Esteem series adventure. Get your copy of Esteem a New Woman at Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.